What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Happy to have you on here. Today I'm going to be presenting to you another amazing productivity app, and one I use very often and which saves me a lot of time. And so today we're going to be discovering Clockify. And so what is Clockify? Clockify is just the most popular free time tracker for teams as well as for individuals. And so in our daily tasks, we do a couple of things. You'll be coding, you'll be working maybe on a project or the other. And so sometimes it's good to know where you spend most of your time. Basically, app is going to allow you to track your time. And you might think that you already know where you spend your time, but with an app which is able to provide you with those statistics, that is going to be a lot more helpful. And so this is Clockify today, and this is going to allow you to do just that. So let's just check out a little bit of their video presentation to see what they actually do. So Clockify Tour 2022, the features. So it has a tracker. So once you install the app, you'll be able to start it, and it's going to be tracking all of the projects you are working on. So track time via a timer. And so, for example, if you are working on this project of logo design, it's going to track how much time you spend there. If you're working on a blog article, it's going to track this, and so on and so forth. So you'll be able to set the different projects you're working on, and you'll be able to track them independently. And it equally has this feature where you put your billable hours. It means you are doing work which produces revenue. So it helps you to make the difference between the work you do which you don't receive a pay for, and the work you do which you receive a pay for. That helps you better manage the time. And so you might be asking yourself, like, how does this app know to differentiate between the projects I'm working on? How does it know the difference, or how does it make the difference? And so basically what the app does is that it looks into the different windows you are working on, and you are able to classify them. For example, it knows what are the browser windows which are open. It knows what are the apps which are open on your computer, and it knows where the focus is, and it's able to make that difference. For example, if you take something like writing a blog article, it's going to identify the blog on the browser, which window is about the blog article and which window is not, if it's logo design, and so on and so forth. So let's continue with the presentation. It's a little bit long. So here you have a PC version, but also an Android version. Everything is synced online. So it's on Mac as well as on PC. It's cross-platform. And so as you can see, you start recording. And so let's take a look at this chart here. And so as you can see, once you start tracking, it's going to follow up with all the apps which are open on your browser, and you'll be able to detect exactly on which project you're working on. For example, here you can see this user is using Adobe Premiere Pro at this moment. He has a Finder as well, which is open. He has the Clockify app. He has another Adobe Premiere Pro window which is open. He has a Chrome, which is a Chrome browser which is open, Bumble app, and so on and so forth. So basically, you can see here now that it shows you a description of the app first. It shows you the start time and the end time, and it can tell you the duration and how idle the app has been. And you can add as well some time entries. And so basically, it knows which apps are open, and you'll be able to classify those apps in the different projects you are working on. So here you can clearly see how it's putting a description about what that project is about and which windows are related to it. And so here you see you have a calendar feature which allows you to visualize what you have been doing with all of your time. And so here you can see throughout this day from about 8 o'clock to 4 p.m. this person was working on this project, proofreading, writing, blog article. And so on this next day, from this time 8 o'clock to around 11, he was working on this project audit of Charlie Smith, and from 11 to 4 p.m. he was working on this design of house Jetson. So he provides you a calendar which shows you really the detail about all what you have been doing with your time. As you can see now, once we come to the dashboard, it provides you a really explicit detail of everything you have been doing, where your focus has been, where you spend the most time, and really how productive you have been all along. So as you can see, for this specific user, he has been focusing a lot on design of house Jetson. That's a project where he focused the most. And the next one was research, and the next one was writing, maintenance, and so on and so forth. So it provides you a detail of where you spend the most time. You can equally have a detail of the applications which were opened the most. You can have a details about which applications you focus on the most, or which ones you use the least. And so it really provides you a detailed amount of information about really where you have been working or where your team has been working. Don't forget, this is a tracker which also keeps track of your teammates. And so it's very useful because this allows you to know what your team is working on and on what their current tasks are. And so as you can see, you can easily have the data or the information about every user. You can select a user and have the information. You're equally using the billable hours feature. You can equally see as well how much you have to pay them. Generally, here we aren't paid per hour, but in systems where you're paid per hour, you can easily detect how much you have to pay the person and if the person was really focused on the tasks they had at hand. Okay, so it definitely has a lot of features, and I'm trying to keep the video short, so I'll not go through all of those features, but you should definitely check it out if you're trying to increase your productivity by knowing where you spend the most time. And you'll be surprised to know that sometimes we feel like we are productive, but such apps help us to know really where we spend the most time. Do you spend a lot of time coding, or did you spend a lot of time browsing, or just doing research to solve the problem? And so Clockify is one amazing app that allows you to do that. As you can see, it's very popular with a lot of brands: Sony, Disney, Patagonia, I think, Toyota, Amazon, and much more. It's really a powerful app. So it has time management features, track productivity, attendance, and billable hours with a simple time tracker and time sheet. It equally provides you this data in a very clear way to understand, and it generates you reports. So you can use this application to track your team to see what they are doing and if they are really putting in the work like they say they do. You see, it has also another features of scheduling, time off, approval, invoicing, expenses, and team, and time tracking apps as well. You can also have it on your apps. It's cross-platform. You have it on Windows, Mac, Linux, Edge, Chrome, Firefox, Android, iOS, and basically any device. It is really cross-platform. So why track time with Clockify? To boost your productivity, to build clients, to manage team, streamline processes. And so $0 free forever. Unlimited users, unlimited tracking, unlimited projects, and you can also upgrade as well to get some additional features. And so before we look at the upgrade, you can see here some world-class customer support features as well, and then some testimonies. And so checking the upgrade, I guess upgrading comes just with a little more features, but really not much that you can get already at the basic version. So yeah, you can have an idea of the features that come here, add time for others. And so yeah, you can check it out at clockify.me to see basically the pricing. And so yeah, this is an amazing app which really allows you to track your time easily. I use it myself a lot. It helps me to keep productive and to really know where I spend the most amount of time. So definitely I would recommend you to check it out. It's free, you don't have to pay anything to use it. And as you can see, there are already 300,000 people who are signed up and use this every month. I really like the fact that it's cross-platform. You can have it on basically all of your devices, and it helps you to track your time very easily. So yeah, that's a presentation of Clockify for you. Keep track of where you spend your time and increase your productivity. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one.